Welcome to Crazy or Awakening. Hello, my name is Jozee, and it is definitely getting crazy. Does that mean that maybe we're awakening? I don't know. This has been going on for a long time, apparently. Everything that's going on now in the world has been going on, but we haven't seen it. Not everybody's seen it. It has been hidden in plain sight. So I thought I would share some of the reasons why I called my podcast Crazy or Awakening. Now, so over the last, I don't know, this has been quite a few years, before 2020 and then after 2020, boom, so much more crazy stuff. So I wrote some of it down, some of the crazy stuff that I had heard. So this is not for kids. So take it or leave it, obviously. But yeah, this is what I have written down over the years. Yeah, and now now a lot of people are kind of really confident talking about it all, which is great, but it still feels crazy. It still feels crazy. Okay, so basically, this is what I talk about all the time. We're living in a false matrix system, which is run by individuals in another dimension. So this is like a carbon copy inversion, upside down version of the original Gaia creation. So the individuals can only control and create through us because they've lost their ability to create on their own as they cut themselves off from the original creator source. So that's why there's just so much negativity in this reality, because that's what these individuals feed off, and they create from. So they create and feed from our fear, from our judgment, from worry, anger, and it creates their power and kind of limits our power. But it doesn't need to be like that. So now that everybody's kind of awakening and we're seeing what's been going on, now we can shift this. This means that there's so much light on the planet. So I just had written down the dark is in all aspects of our reality. We can even see it now I just saw, like chocolate, coffee, like all of these things like chemicals in everything. And we can't panic about it because we've just been playing this game. We can transmute any energy. So, they're saying it's been in education, in religion, in spiritual stuff. It's been in science, it's been in archaeology, it's been in government, it's been in media, it's been in social media, it's been in alternative media, it's been in Hollywood, music industries, influencers, gurus, viruses. Like, honestly, this whole world, like, basically, if you wanted to believe in hell, this world is actually kind of like the hell game. And what the higher realms are showing me is that it is like a game, like a virtual reality, like a dreamscape. So say if you're having a nightmare and you're in the nightmare and the nightmare is just like horrific and you're so stressed out, you're so overwhelmed, you're so worried, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness that was just a nightmare or just a dream or some just crazy thought. So that's what what source and the higher realms are saying. That is what it's like. When you're in it, you're like, what the F? What is going on? This is too much. This is crazy. This is disgusting. This is overwhelming. This is stressful, or this is awesome, or this is exciting. And then it's almost like you transition out of this reality, basically, just like opening a door, going back home again, and you're like, oh my God, what just happened? And then you're all good. So I'll just share some of the stuff, like the bullet points that I wrote down about some of the stuff that I've heard over the years. So one of them was that Kate Middleton, so from the monarchy from England. Um, so the Queen's or King's daughter-in-law. So Kate Middleton was replaced with a clone. Then the clone's consciousness left. So the real Kate's consciousness could return to the body. Yeah. So the spirit of Princess Diana helped, as she is familiar with cloning because her friend Michael Jackson was cloned. So, yeah, that was an interesting one. What do you guys reckon? Is Kate Middleton a clone, but does she have her original consciousness back in the body? And she's pretending to be a clone, but she's pretending to be a real person at the same time. She's pretending to be a clone to the elites, but she's pretending to be a real person to everybody else. I mean, wow. And is Princess Diana helping her as a soul, as a spirit, as an awareness, as a being, higher being of light on the other side, or just a higher frequency? Yeah, and was Michael Jackson cloned? Cloned because he knew too much and he was a light worker? Who knows? So the other bullet points are many celebrities, musicians, athletes, politicians sell their bodies, not their souls. It's more of they sell their bodies. They can't sell their soul. Soul is eternal. It can't be touched, but you can sell this avatar body. So you can sell it for fame and fortune. Sometimes they sign the contract, they don't know what they're doing, or they get pushed into it. We've actually heard Riri say that she was going to get pushed out the window if she didn't sign the contract, but who knows? It's very hard to tell these days. But they signed the contract, sign it in blood, and then they've signed their body away. And you can see it with so many celebrities. It is crazy. I mean, now everyone's like, as Jim Carrey was trying to tell everybody, and now he looks like I don't even know if he's been cloned, but he looks like his eyes have shifted, his soul, that's not his actual body. More what I'm seeing with the Jim Carrey stuff is his, it's more like, what's that Tom Cruise Mission Impossible? You know, when Tom Cruise puts on they put on a face where it's like, it looks like the real person, but it's this, it's like even a technology. They even showed it in the first Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he had this thing that's like a technology that went around his neck, and it just goes duk, 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 and it creates like a person. So he turned into this bigger kind of woman, and then it started when he was going through to try and get out of a certain area, like our airport, but it was like a spaceport. It was going crazy, and the technology started glitching, and so the whole thing started collapsing, and then you could see his true self again. So yeah, there's shapeshifters, there's technology, there is people that wear masks, and then there's cloning. Yeah. Is this crazy or what? Yeah. So people are saying the earth is a simulation or like a virtual reality. I mean, I see it as blueprints, as geometric patterns, shapes, sound waves, light particles, resonant frequencies. Like if I wasn't looking in my lounge, is my lounge actually there? Or does it only get created when I observe it? It's that type of thing. Like nothing is real until you observe it. So is this a game for souls, an advanced game to, advance your skills, to send data back to source, to explore, to expand, to express, to experience all that can be created? Yeah. Another one was that I wrote down was the individuals controlling Earth have been doing sacrificial rituals since the dawn of time. I mean, we've even heard Mayans, Aztecs, even where I am in New Zealand, Māori used to there was a lot of interesting stuff like we've all done, and we've all been eating meat, we've been eating animals, we've been shooting animals, hunting animals, little babies, little, like, I mean, we've all been part of this reality, so we cannot judge what has been going on because we've been doing it. Pretty much the same stuff as as the elites. So they're saying, so yeah, I was hearing, the a lot of they were sacrificing to the gods, but how do we know what the gods were? Were the gods aliens? Just that they it seemed like they had more power because they were just more in tune with their abilities, like with their telepathic skills, with their what's that one where you not I keep thinking kinesiology is not what is it when you move stuff with your mind? Oh my God, my mind's gone blank. You know what I mean. So we've all got these skills and powers, but some of the the beings that are more evolved have special powers. So did they look like gods to people that weren't quite as awakened with their consciousness? Yeah. So, they're saying there's like huge events where these controllers were gaining energy. So it'd be like, like energy vortices, like the Super Bowl, Halloween, the Olympic ceremonies, the Vatican, like churches where people are confessing sins, so that all that, that like all of that, they feed off, feed off that. I mean, this is crazy. Don't freak out or feel bad about it. It's part of the game. We're feeding off stuff, pretty much majority of the world is fed off flesh, like from animals. Plants are alive. I eat plants. Like I eat seeds. Everything's consciousness. Everything's alive. So we're just all feeding off each other. I know it's gross. So another bullet point was reptilian shapeshifters and draconian individuals control humanity. And there are also good reptilian individuals supporting and helping us. And I have seen that a lot. Good reptilians have been helping children. There's huge underground tunnels with, well, I mean, I can remote view and I've seen some shit and it's disgusting. But when you think about it, we're all doing that same stuff when we're, drinking, we're eating meat and we're doing all of this stuff to animals. A lot of the darker beings, they just treat us like animals, like we treat animals. So it's just this thing, we'll go around squashing insects and we're like, ooh, I don't like you, spider, or I don't like you, ants, and we'll just go around squashing everything and not being very nice, and just chewing on some animal's leg. So we can't really judge a lot of these beings for doing these gross dark things because we're actually doing the same. It's this part of this game. And if you remember at the beginning, I said, this is just like a dreamscape, a dream, a virtual reality. So you'll take, like, your body is like the virtual reality headset. It is, it's kind of like where you feel like you're contained, but you're not contained in there. You can go to the wider awareness, zoom yourself out to source and realize that it is a game you're playing of different perspectives. And this is really going to enrich your soul. It's like we've chosen to come to the craziest places. We've chosen to come to a haunted house. We've chosen to scare ourselves. We've chosen to go to these horror movies. This is what we've done in this crazy reality. So another one was many humans sing songs that have been created from dark magic and create spells when they have no idea that they are doing it. Like bad, people are saying like the song Bad Blood, and it's about them drinking blood and all this stuff. Like if you listen to songs, it can It can be interesting. Like a lot of songs can lower your energy, lower your frequency as well, just because they're so freaking depressing. Um, but, we can't overthink it. We could go crazy if we worry about all of this stuff. Then it's really going to be crazy. So we can't let this affect our nervous system. We can't be stressed out about it. We came here for a reason. We came here to unfold it all, unlock it all, see it all, so then we can start fresh. I mean, a lot of the stuff, it would be fine if it was just a movie, but it's not just a movie. But yeah. So, another one. The Queen was a reptilian, and the family bloodline contains high reptilian DNA. I have heard about a lot of presidents. I've heard that too, that there's a lot of high reptilian DNA. Yeah, The Simpsons and many TV shows and they were, they're kind of programming, mind controlling. A lot of TV shows are kind of mind controlling humans to say that this is what's going to happen. So then we end up creating what's going to happen. Star Wars, Marvel movies, The Matrix, and more documentaries. So like Hunger Games, we're now finding out. That movie always gave me the creeps. We're finding out the elites have been hunting children. They play hunting games. Twilight, vampires. Yeah, we've heard people drinking blood. Marvel, aliens. Yes, aliens, and also Marvel, like superheroes. Like it's almost. I think. Yeah. It's not Marvel, it's DC isn't it DC that does the Superman, but it's almost like we are Clark Kent and now we're discovering that we're actually Superman. So we're discovering our superpowers. We're discovering how awesome we are. And then, also Marvel is just showing all the, the beings on other planets that, even like Guardians of the Galaxy, they're just cruising around. They're kind of like the Galactic Federation of Light, like all these beings coming together, cruising around, cruising around in their craft. There's just, it's so crazy. Honestly, it is crazy. So another one, fairies, mermaids, sprites, dragons, and more are real and living around us in a different dimensional frequency. So we used to be able to see them, but then we dropped to denser energy. So now we haven't been seeing them, except for a lot of, like, some people still have been. And then the kids, a lot of them could still see them, but the kids got told, no, that's just fake Disney. Disney says it's just a cartoon. It's just a fantasy. It's not real. Found out Nickelodeon is interesting. Good grief. So the Galactic Federation has beings from all over the universe and other universes getting together to support, and then there's negative galactics as well. So it's such a dualistic reality we're in. Another one was some mountains are giant trees, back from when giants used to roam the earth. So if you look at, there's pictures, if you look up, I don't know, I mean, Google kind of gets rid of a lot of stuff, but some mountains are giant trees. Yeah, if you just Google mountains looking like giant trees, you might be able to see it. Another one, many celebrities and people of influence get MK Ultra'd. So if they don't comply, they kind of get brainwashed, mind control. They get sent to a fake rehab facility and come out a bit like kind of brainwashed again. And they come out, they used to come out with blonde hair to show that what they were cleansed. And I can see why, maybe why Britney Spears actually shaved her head. She shaved her head because obviously she was just so traumatized by all the shit that was going on with her, being, programmed and told what to do. And So she probably was just having like, I'm done shaving her head, because they do bleach their hair as well, just to show that they've had the clean, the mind control wipe cleanse. Another one, aliens and UFOs have been here for thousands of years. Yes, I mean, there is no linear time, so everything has already been here. A lot of, who knows, a lot of people are saying a lot of stuff in the Bible is about aliens. So the gods in the Bible were aliens. So another one, religion is a big source of loosh. It's probably the same with a lot of spiritual gurus and stuff as well. So loosh is energy harvesting from the dark agenda. So they talk about sacrificing Jesus and drinking his blood, aka red wine, and confessing sins. This feeds the dark. Depictions of murder on the church walls, like the cross and the murder and the blood, and the red carpet means blood, and then the celebrities have red carpet and it means blood. Jesus' blood and stuff, kind of a little bit sacrificial, but who knows? And this is just what I've heard. So another interesting one that I heard was that there are orange-colored reptilians on Mars. Yeah, well, if Mars is orange, then maybe they are orange to blend in. And humans also use Mars for nuclear testing. Yeah, I don't know if they go through a portal or Stargate to get there. These humans with their nuclear weapons. They are crazy, I tell you. And apparently the reptilians love it because they want to be one of the toughest species in the universe. So if they can take on nuclear, what would it be? Guns, whatever it is, nuclear weapons. If the reptilians can take on that, then that shows how powerful they are. So that they're quite happy for the nuclear testing on Mars. Okay, crazy. The moon is a biosphere where extraterrestrials and humans have meetings. Yeah, is it a biosphere? So I don't know. Someone's saying it's like the Death Star on Star Wars. So it does, if you look at, I don't know if you've seen a comparison of the moon and the Death Star. It's like that same round, but I don't know. I actually put on my a YouTube, I did like a crystal with a moon crystal, and I said, do you think the moon is real? And someone came back, yes, of course it is. It's, it banged into Earth so many years ago, and now it's the moon. I'm like, what? What? NASA's trying to tell us that this rock banged into Earth and now it's this round thing right here that, okay, sorry. But anyway, I think the moon was good, and then the moon was good, meant to be good, and then negative, and then good, and then negative. I don't know. It's like it's had both. It's had positive and negative within it. I've heard, it's got these machines in it that have been controlling our frequency, and now the machines have started to fail and they're breaking down because they're so old. But some of the frequencies are still strong, like over the USA and over maybe Europe, over a few different areas. I don't know why they're strong. They've just ended up being stronger in those areas. But that's failing now, and that means that's kind of why we're awakening as well, because the illusion and the frequencies that were lowering our energy and our perception, they've been lifted as well. But a lot of it I have heard as well that the Galactic Federation, like the higher galactics, were actually trying to keep the reptilians in, and they could have actually created this moon to keep us keep everyone in. But then the reptilians kind of took over. And then it created the more false matrix system rather than the reptilian container. So crazy. This is a lot. How's your nervous system? Sorry, it's a lot. I'm just going to put a little bit essential oils. Okay, do you need to ground yourself? It's a lot of information, isn't it? Yeah, all at once. Okay, so what else have we got? Oh my God. Okay, so I've heard another, and these like, are these all conspiracy theories? I don't know. The Vatican stores technology to harvest human energy. It stores archives underground that would show the true nature of our reality. Yeah. So humans have been taken as toddlers, and technology has been used to make them older. They worked in other parts of the universe on missions, then were transformed back into toddlers in the same time and year that they were taken. So no one noticed. Like, I don't mean to laugh because I know people have had these, that they've come out with their stories, but I have to laugh so that, I have to laugh as well because it's just insane that all of this has been hidden. Okay, so next one. Often a ghost is old residual energy left over from previous times. So a ghost might just be old energy that's still playing out. But also, we would look like ghosts to those in the 1700s as our frequency is much faster. So we would look like a blur. So in the 1700s, if we were there right now, we would just be oscillating, vibrating a lot faster. So we'd look like a blur. So you can see that the example would be, like a fan going around, or an aeroplane blade. It's going around and you can see it. So you could say that's a slower frequency. And then when it speeds up, it goes so fast that it's oscillating and vibrating really fast that it ends up going like a blur, and then you can't see it at all. So that's beings on a higher frequency. So they may look like ghosts when they start to lower themselves, or they might look like, orbs, or just look like a glow. But that's because they've lowered, kind of slowed down and come into our frequency basically. But sometimes our frequency isn't high enough to still see them. So they look like a blurry ghost. Okay, what's the next one? So stargates on Earth were accessible and allowed us to visit other parts of the universe. So there are still stargates on Earth that were taken over, and now we're taking them back, taking our power back. Pyramids were power stations for extra dimensional craft, and to power a lot of the Earth. And there's a lot of technology under the pyramids. Antarctica. I actually saw a lot going on in Antarctica. I saw there was ancient beings in Antarctica. There was these beings in what's that thing called? Where they're in like the water. Like a clone would look like in that water. Cryo chamber type, but not frozen. There was water bubbles coming up. They're in these pod things. And then there was this giant eye, like what's that thing called where it's like static electricity? It's like this round ball, and static electricity goes. There was this ball thing which was called, like it was calling it was like the all-seeing eye, it was saying, in Antarctica. And then the eye was telling the truth. It was putting the truth out there. That's why they were containing it still, but it's starting to creep out. The truth, like it's like 3I Atlas activated the eye and activated all of the truth frequencies. So deception is no longer hidden. This one, I love this one. In some dimensions, you can ride a giant butterfly. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm sure I've already ridden a giant butterfly. Human DNA got tampered with to limit lifespans, which it used to be 500 to 1,000 years. So I'm sure we can unlock that. Also heard human DNA got tampered with to create imprints. So an imprint of worship, like a worship imprint. So you want a savior, or you want to worship a god, or you want to worship a politician or a guru or a priest or something, Do we need to worship anything? Aren't we good enough? Another one, we are all powerful souls playing a game of limitation. We forgot that we have gifts, skills, eternal life. A huge amount of souls have come back from the future to help, but time is not linear. So it's like a parallel timeline, a frequency line. So we didn't come back to the old future, we didn't come back. It's like everything is now. So basically it's always a new future or a new past, Oh, that's right. We didn't come back to the past. We just come back to a new now. Oh my God, my brain. No wonder I called this crazy or awakening. Sorry, guys. I think my brain's just about done. How about you? So what do we do now? Yeah. What do we do now? Okay. Anger, fear, and worry only feeds it. Okay? So we get shown all of this insane stuff. And then we get told to remain calm. It's okay, sure. Okay, so basically there's crazy fallen angels, devils, elites, Illuminati. Basically, they've been running the world, and we've been told to remain calm. Okay, sure. So anyway, if we can find that the 0 point quantum space, we can neutralize anything. This creates a master soul, someone that can awaken to what has been going on and stay in alignment, creating from the heart. Okay, it's so important. Go into your heart, create from the heart, visualize the new earth. If you don't want to ground to old earth, visualize grounding to new earth, sending peace, compassion, and unconditional love to yourself and to the world. So we need to observe without judgment, decide what we want, feed the systems of new. We can feed the systems of the old by getting stressed, by getting angry, by getting worried, by being fearful. Do we want to keep creating those systems? No, I'm getting bored with those old systems. Okay, so we want to create the new. So find your inner self, go within and access your innate consciousness, your infinite consciousness, your innate wisdom. Connect to your higher self, connect to source. Connect to your true self. Your true self is amazing. Peel off the layers of who you are not. Your true self is powerful, is all-knowing, is wise, is loving, is intelligent, is beautiful, is connected, is loved. Tune into that self, because you deserve happiness. We all deserve happiness. We all deserve wellness. We all deserve to bring in the new earth that is already here. The universe is a quantum continuum. It's like a choose your own adventure. It's all that, that choose your own adventure book has already been written, but you can choose to go path A, path B, path C, path D, path E, path F. Like, you can choose your path. So that is what we would call a timeline, but it's actually a frequency. The frequency of who you want to be is already created. It's already manifested. It's already been there this whole time. So feel it, be it. What do you want? Define what you want. Be it. What does that person feel like? Be that new person. I know it's hard with basically everything we've been eating, we've been told is bad. Everything we've been doing, we've been told is wrong. Everything that is out there is insane and crazy. But what are we going to do about it? Are we going to completely have a breakdown, meltdown, wreck our nervous system, then get diseased, then get a disease, and then just die. No, we do not want that. I mean, if you die, that's fine, because it's like, woohoo, I'm back. I'm back to my original self. So it's always pretty fun dying, but don't want that to happen just yet, guys. Okay, not just yet. So let's cleanse, clear, release the old, look after our nervous systems. Do we laugh at the craziness of it all? I mean, we could laugh, we could cry. I don't know. Some of us, we need to cry a little bit, get it out. That's okay. It's okay to have the emotions. It's okay to have the feelings. Fair enough. But how long do you want to linger in it for? You're here because you're strong. You wouldn't have chosen to come here if you weren't strong. So let's do this. We've got this. If you want more from me, follow me on Patreon. There's a lot of free stuff on Patreon. Otherwise, if you wanted to support me more, I appreciate you. Then go on to Patreon memberships, and then you'll get extra stuff. And we can do this together. So I am Jozee from Lilyleaf 11 in New Zealand. You guys are amazing. I love you so much. Sending good vibes your way. And please comment below, like, follow, subscribe, whatever, if you haven't already. And I appreciate you. Love ya. Bye for now.